Mr. Frank.
Hello, Hannah.
Welcome to Egypt. We're very happy to have you here.
I'm very happy to be here also. Very pleased.
Our pleasure, actually. Let's start with the exhibition. I want to know your feedback about Nebu Expo.
Nebu Expo is it's my first to be here, but it's an exciting expo. I'm really very happy to be here. Very exciting.
Did you have a tour?
I did do a tour, quite a number of things, and quite good excited.
What attracted you the most in the expo?
Well, I saw nice jewelry, I know, rings and necklaces and so forth. But what excited me most was the gold coins. Because that is something that we need. You know, gold, most people when they think of gold, they think gold bars, which goes into the bank for the gold reserve, and gold which goes into jewelry.
Yes.
And people forget that there are other products like gold coins,
yes,
which are good for investment for young people who don't earn so much to buy gold bars, but they can save their money by, instead of buying dollars, you can save buying gold coins.
That's a very good idea,
yes,
for investment, as you just said.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's move to another point, which is the panel. Actually, it was full of information. I enjoyed it a lot. We want to talk more about the panel and the idea of cooperating between all of the African countries.
The panel was very well selected. I was quite impressed. We had people talk about standards with the big experience from regional corporations like COMESA.
Yes.
We had people talk about private sector, Dr. Danis. We had institutions like the research institution, Dr. Ibrahim. Then you had, people who knew what they were doing for Africa, because that's what Africa needs. For us to benefit from our resources, we first know the market. And when you know the market where you want to export your products, you have to know the standards of that market. And then, yes, you can work towards those standards. So when we have some metallurgical institutions and standards coming in, it was very, 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 very exciting, very well balanced, but it brought out a very good point that we need to work together as countries in Africa so that we can benefit from our natural resources.
Yes, the Egyptian gold industry is really so huge. From your opinion, what makes it unique?
You know that the Egyptian gold industry is the oldest,
wow,
in the world,
from the
not
pharaohs.
Only in Africa, pharaohs,
yes,
but in 1323-24, a Malian emperor called Mansa Musa went to Mecca, paid a pilgrimage to Mecca, and on his way back, he actually came with a lot of gold. So for us, we know that before Dubai, before Switzerland, Egypt had gold, yes, at Pharaoh's time. But not only that, they were innovative. So when you look at the designs of the emperor period, you will find that Egypt's gold industry is very old, but also very important for not only for Africa, but for the global world.
Okay. Before the interview, you were talking with me about the partnerships. So I want you to talk more about this.
Partnerships are very important. Even under the United Nations global sustainable development goals.
Yes, of course.
They give you the 17th SDG as partnerships. For you to succeed in everything, you have to have partnerships. And now the global trade and manufacturing and industry is based on value chain. Value chain means partnership from who is doing mining, who is doing processing, who is doing refining, who is doing final, and then who is training. So in terms of value chain, you have partners from the private sector, you have partners from the institutions like research institution, you have partners from the government who come together, but also you have partners country to country. That's why you find that exhibition like this one, that Nebu Expo, you find we do B2Bs. By coming here, I've met a number of people that we can partner with to move our agenda forward. So partnerships are very important.
Okay, it will be a win-win situation.
Very win-win situation.
For all of the countries.
Yes.
Right?
If you work together and partnerships, open up our borders, not look at minerals as being Egyptian mineral, Ugandan mineral, Zambian mineral,
yes, of course,
DRC mineral. look at it as Africa, because minerals don't have borders. They are borderless.
Okay.
These borders we see here, Egypt and Ethiopia, they are dotted lines which were put there by our colonizers.
Yes.
So if we think beyond the borders, then we can be able to, everybody wins.
We will make a great actually steps
Yes.
towards, of course.
That's why our forefathers came together in 1963 and set up OAU, which is now African Union. But the African Union doesn't have to stop at member states, ministers meeting, the president's meeting. They have to come to the private sector. That's why the establishment of the African Business Council, who the president is Dr. Amani Atifo, Egyptian, and the headquarters are here, was a very big step forward, so that now the private sector can start implementing the Africa vision, like the Africa mining vision. Yeah.
That's perfect, actually. I know you have a lot of information about gold. So from your own point of view, what do you think misses the Egyptian gold industry to improve and exports more to other countries?
Well, as already we have said, the Egyptian gold industry is the oldest.
Yes.
They need to start moving out. There is a lot of gold in Africa.
Okay.
Like I said in my submission, globally we produce about 680 metric tons of gold, but 250 is from small-scale miners. And Africa has got a lot of small-scale miners. So if you consider that all that, even if it is 200 metric tons coming into Egypt here, it becomes a global hub. So Egypt stands a chance to serve Africa, win, but also bring out the technological know-how, the expertise, the knowledge they have had right from the emperor time, and also help Africans. But then that will help Egypt become a hub. You know, Antwerp, where diamond goes, it started from King Leopold, because he took over the DRC and all the gold was going to Belgium. So they created Antwerp as an industrial hub for diamonds. Egypt can become an industrial hub, a manufacturing hub, a global hub for gold in Africa, because it has that potential.
Perfect, actually. Let's move from the gold industry and talk more about Egypt. Have you visited any sites or places in Egypt or not yet?
Right now, today, not yet. This time, not yet, but before, yes. And it's about 14 years ago.
Wow.
When I visited the museum and the pyramids, and I'm yet to go but a month ago I was here. I went on a boat ride. We had a dinner on the boat, and it was perfect. It was perfect.
Okay.
So,
have you tried the Egyptian food?
Yes, I do love Egyptian food.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you tried? I can help you. If
you help me the names.
Yeah, I can do this.
So, what types normally do you have? Because I know nani or.
We have famous things like kosheri. Have you tried kosheri?
Kosheri?
Yes.
What is it made of?
Rice, on pasta, on lentils,
Yes.
a lot of things together.
Yeah, sometimes
Tomato sauce.
I eat food and enjoy it. I don't know the name.
Okay.
So I enjoy a lot of that. Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, I know you know some of Arabic words, Egyptian words or Arabic.
Well, I know that the Arab language is actually close to Swahili. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
So in Swahili they greet salam.
Okay.
And in Arab you greet salam alaikum.
Yes.
And in like number 5 in Swahili it's Hamsa.
It's here Hamsa. Hamsa.
So
yes.
And then shukran, I know that.
Okay.
And then inshallah, maybe that's.
Wow, that's
yes,
great. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed this interview a lot.
Yes, please.
And welcome to Egypt once again.
Thank you, Hannah. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Having me.
Thank you so
Nice
much. The pleasure is ours, actually.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.